Buffalo bonus jackpot explodes. Lights flashing, coins dropping, pure excitement. That's the dream, right? But here's what a banned slots player is finally revealing. Not all slot machines are created equal, and knowing which ones to play can mean the difference between hitting big or going home empty-handed. Behind the flashing lights and cheerful sounds, there are hidden patterns casinos hope you'll never notice. In this video, you'll discover insider secrets from someone who's been through it all. The wins, the losses, and the ban. Secrets about payback percentages, machine placement, smart betting strategies, and how to avoid the traps most players fall into. Whether you're a regular at your local casino or planning your next weekend trip, these tips could completely change your game. Now let's dive in and uncover what the casinos don't want you to know. Let me tell you about a player named Rebecca who learned this lesson the hard way. Rebecca was a regular at the Tropicana in Atlantic City, a paralegal in her early 60s who loved playing slots on her lunch breaks. According to former floor supervisors who have come forward, Rebecca had a habit that cost her dearly. She always gravitated toward machines with shiny worn buttons and seats that had that compressed look from thousands of players sitting in them. In Rebecca's mind, according to conversations former employees overheard, these machines were hot because so many people played them. She figured if the machines were popular, they must be paying out, right? Wrong. Over the course of 18 months, Rebecca estimates she lost about $34,000 on these well-worn machines. Here's what the banned advantage player revealed about this phenomenon, and former casino managers have confirmed it's absolutely true. According to insider analysis, machines with visibly worn buttons, faded screens, and compressed seat cushions are placed in what industry insiders call high-traffic premium positions. These are spots near entrances, by the buffet, along main walkways. But here's the critical part that casinos don't want you to know. According to technical documentation from former slot directors, these high-traffic machines are almost always set to the lowest RTP settings the casino is legally allowed to use. In Nevada, that can be as low as 75% RTP. In Atlantic City, it's typically 83%. Former executives explain the logic is simple. These machines get so much play from casual tourists that casinos can set them tight, and they'll still stay busy. The banned player tracked worn-looking machines versus newer-looking machines over 6 months. According to his detailed logs, the worn machines in high-traffic areas paid out an average of 12–15% less than identical game models placed in quieter sections according to mathematical analysis. Before I reveal the second warning sign, I'd really appreciate it if you'd subscribe and let me know in the comments. Have you ever chosen a slot machine because it looked popular or well used? Let me tell you about Marcus, a construction worker from Phoenix who visited Arizona casinos twice a month. According to observations from former employees, Marcus would walk in, head straight to the ATM to withdraw $300, and sit down at whichever slot was closest. Over 2 years, Marcus estimates he withdrew and lost approximately $47,000 from those ATM-adjacent machines. Here's what insider reports reveal about machines near cage windows and ATMs. According to former casino floor designers, this placement is called impulse positioning. When players cash out or withdraw money, they're experiencing what psychologists call found money syndrome. Even though it's their own money, it feels more disposable, according to behavioral research. Former slot directors explain that machines in these positions are set to lower RTP percentages, typically 2–5% below the casino's floor average. The banned player measured distances at 23 different casinos. According to his findings, machines within 15 feet of a cage window, or ATM, had an average RTP approximately 4% lower than similar machines elsewhere based on long-term observation. One documented case involves a woman who cashed out a $200 win at the cage. She sat down at a DragonLink machine about 10 feet away. According to surveillance observations, she played for 90 minutes and put her entire $100 or $200 back into that machine. She walked away with nothing. The banned advantage player stated he would never play a machine he could see from the casino cage or within 20 feet of an ATM. According to his experience, those machines are consistently among the worst paying on any floor. Here's a warning the banned player said cost one retiree his entire life savings. David was a retired firefighter who started playing slots at age 58. According to his wife's testimony and documents, he'd saved about $180,000 in his 401k, but lost it all over 2 years. What David didn't realize, according to insider analysis, is that many modern slot machines are programmed to default to maximum bet when you first sit down. Former slot technicians reveal this isn't an accident. It's an intentional feature that manufacturers build in at casinos' request. Let's say David thought he was betting $125 per spin, his normal comfortable level. But the machine was actually set to $625, maximum bet by default. If David played 500 spins per session without checking carefully, he was wagering $325 instead of the $625 he thought he was betting. That's 5 times as much money according to simple math. Former slot technicians confirm casino operators can choose whether to enable this feature, and according to insider reports, the vast majority enable it because it significantly increases revenue per player. The banned player's advice. Before you hit spin even once on any modern digital slot machine, check the bet display and manually adjust it to your desired level, and check it again every few minutes, because some machines reset to maximum bet after bonus rounds according to programming behavior. Jennifer was a nurse from California who visited Vegas for medical conferences. On one visit, she sat down at a Wheel of Fortune machine positioned directly underneath a large digital display showing recent winners at this casino. The display constantly showed winners. $4,200 winner on Wheel of Fortune. $8,900 winner on Buffalo Gold. Seeing all those winners made Jennifer feel confident. Over 6 hours, she lost $3,400 on that machine, confused about how so many people could be winning while she lost so much. Here's what insider reports reveal. Former casino marketing executives explain these displays create social proof and availability bias. When you see a constant stream of winners, your brain overestimates the probability of winning, but casinos deliberately position their tightest machines near these displays. The logic is coldly calculated. The display attracts players and makes them feel optimistic, so the machines can be set tight without hurting traffic. Former technicians explain the displays often show wins from anywhere in the casino, not just nearby machines. According to internal casino data, areas with winners' displays actually have RTPs, typically 1-3% lower than the casino average. The banned player stated he would actively avoid any machine where he could see a recent winner's display. According to his experience, those machines are consistently among the worst paying on any floor. And speaking of manipulative placement, warning sign number 5 involves sections where former employees say the tactics felt borderline unethical. We'll reveal what that is in just a moment. Kevin and Mike, 2 friends in their late 20s, took a weekend trip to Atlantic City. They were drawn to the Party Zone, a section with loud music, colorful lighting, and club-like atmosphere. They sat down at modern video slots, betting modestly at $2 per spin, planning to make their money last. According to transaction records, over 8 hours, Kevin lost $400 and Mike lost $38,900. So, they left confused about how they'd burned through so much money so quickly. Here's what the banned player revealed. Party pit sections are designed to target younger players and create an environment where betting conservatively feels out of place. The loud music, energetic atmosphere, and attractive dealers all create a psychological state that encourages higher and faster betting. But former employees said this crosses an ethical line. According to technical documentation, machines in party sections are often configured with lower RTP settings than the same exact games elsewhere. The RTP difference can be 3-5% tighter. That means you'll lose money approximately 30-40% faster in these sections, according to mathematical analysis. Former casino designers explain party sections feature machines with higher volatility and faster play rates. According to tracking data, players in party sections typically lose money 45 to 60% faster than players on the regular floor when controlling for bet size. One documented case involves 8 women celebrating a 30th birthday in a party pit. Over 4 hours, the group collectively lost approximately $14,000. According to later statements, they genuinely didn't realize how much they were spending until checking their bank accounts the next day. The band advantage player stated he would never play in a party section under any circumstances. According to his analysis, these areas represent some of the worst value on any casino floor. This category of machine destroyed more casual players than any other type, according to the band player. Margaret was a 68-year-old retiree, living on $1,800 per month from Social Security. She started visiting her local casino as a social activity, with a strict budget, $50 per visit, twice a week. She thought she was being responsible by playing penny slots. What Margaret didn't understand was that her penny slots required 50-line bets with a minimum of 2 cents per line. That means her minimum bet wasn't 1 cent, it was $1 per spin. Over 8 months, according to bank records, Margaret lost approximately $11,400. That was nearly 70% of her total income. She had to move in with her daughter. Here's what insider reports reveal. These machines are deliberately designed to confuse players about actual cost per spin. Former slot designers call this denomination deception. The machine advertises itself as a penny game to attract low-stakes players, but mandatory multi-line betting means you're actually betting dollars per spin. Former casino management reveals penny slots with mandatory multiple lines are among the highest grossing machines, according to revenue data. They generate approximately 40% more revenue per occupied hour than quarter or dollar denomination machines. The reason is, players dramatically underestimate their spending. If you're betting 150 per spin at 10 spins per minute, that's $900 per hour through the machine. At 88% RTP, you're expected to lose about $108 per hour. Play for 3 hours and you're down over $300, all while thinking you're playing pennies. The band player's recommendation: never play a penny slot that requires multiple lines. If you want low denominations, find a single-line quarter machine instead. You'll have much better transparency about your actual cost per spin. This warning cost the band player, we'll call him James, $18,000 before he figured out what was really happening. James spent 3 months targeting a mystery progressive machine. The display showed the grand progressive must hit by $1,000. When he started tracking, it was at $847. He calculated that with proper timing, he could gain an edge by playing when the progressive was close to its must-hit amount. Over 3 months, he put approximately $18,000 through the machine. He hit minor and major jackpots, but never the grand progressive he was targeting. Only after losing did James discover the truth. Former slot technicians explain that when the progressive resets, the system randomly selects a number between the reset amount and the must-hit-by amount. That's when it will actually hit, so if it resets at $500 and must hit by $1,000, the system might randomly select $784 as the actual hit point. But players can't see this. According to insider analysis, there's no advantage play opportunity for regular players. By the time the progressive displays an appealing must-hit-by amount, the predetermined hit point may have already passed. Former technicians reveal mystery progressives are designed to attract advantage players and create the illusion of opportunity. But regular players have no way to gain an edge. The band player's advice: avoid any machine advertising mystery or must-hit progressive jackpots. According to his experience, these machines combine low base game RTPs with progressive features that create the illusion of opportunity while providing none. Robert was a hospital nurse who finished work at 6 a.m. He'd stop at the casino about 3 times a week, playing from 6:30 to 8:30 a.m. Over 10 months, according to his tracking records, he lost approximately $23,700 during these early morning sessions. Here's what former casino shift managers reveal. According to internal documentation, some casinos run machines at tighter RTP settings during graveyard shift hours, typically midnight to 8 a.m. The logic is that graveyard shift players are a captive audience with fewer entertainment options. Former slot technicians explain that modern server-based machines can have RTP settings adjusted remotely. Some casinos allegedly use this to run tighter settings during slow hours and looser settings during peak hours. Graveyard shift players tend to be cognitively impaired due to irregular sleep schedules. Night shift workers, insomniacs, people who've been drinking, these demographics make poor decisions. Former pit supervisors report graveyard players also tend to bet larger and play longer. The band player tracked win-loss patterns at different times across 3 casinos. According to his records, he consistently lost money faster during overnight hours compared to afternoon and early evening, playing the same games at similar bet levels. Former casino executives confirm that time-of-day RTP adjustments are technically possible with server-based gaming systems. However, this practice is controversial and potentially subject to gaming commission regulations. Industry insiders specifically warn players who work night shifts to be extra cautious. The combination of cognitive fatigue, potentially altered machine configurations, and reduced casino staffing creates a high-risk environment for excessive losses. This is the warning sign that former programmers say raises serious ethical concerns. The band player started noticing unusual patterns in his final year. He'd play the same machine at the same bet levels on different days, and results would vary wildly beyond normal variance. Eventually, through contacts with former programmers, he learned about adaptive AI technology being tested in modern machines. Here's what former slot programmers reveal. Some manufacturers have developed adaptive systems that use player tracking data to create behavioral profiles. The system tracks your playing patterns, average bet size, how you respond to wins and losses, and uses machine learning algorithms to optimize the gaming experience for casino profit based on your specific behaviors. Former programmers explain the stated purpose is personalized gaming experience, but the real purpose is to maximize the time you play and money you lose by adapting to your specific psychological profile. When you start playing a machine with adaptive AI, it recognizes you through your player card or facial recognition. It pulls your profile and adjusts game elements based on that profile. For a player who quits after losing a certain amount, the system might trigger more frequent small wins to keep you playing past your usual stop point. For a player who chases big bonuses, the system might space out bonuses more aggressively to keep you grinding longer. One former developer stated that during testing, adaptive AI systems increased average session length by 34% and increased average loss per player by 27% compared to standard gameplay. These are massive increases in casino profitability. Most players will never know this technology is being used on them. There's no disclosure requirement in most jurisdictions. The machine still displays the same RTP percentage, but your individual experience is being manipulated based on a detailed psychological profile. Former programmers warn that adaptive AI is just the beginning. Next-generation systems will combine player profiling with biometric data from facial recognition, heart rate detection, and voice stress analysis to create real-time psychological profiles. The band player's final advice: be aware that modern slot machines may be actively profiling your behavior and adapting gameplay to keep you playing longer based on your individual psychological vulnerabilities. This technology exists, it's legal in most jurisdictions, and casinos are deploying it because it's extremely effective. So now you know the 9 critical warning signs that the banned advantage player and casino insiders want you to recognize. Machines with worn buttons in high-traffic areas. Machines near cages and ATMs. Digital displays defaulting to maximum bet. Machines near winners displays. Party pit sections. Penny slots with mandatory multiple lines. Mystery progressive jackpots. Graveyard shift hours. And adaptive AI technology. These warning signs represent years of insider knowledge and testimony from casino workers who finally came forward. The banned player said getting banned from 47 casinos was worth it if this information helps even one person avoid financial devastation. If you found this valuable, please subscribe and share this video. The casinos don't want this information spreading, which is exactly why it's so important that it does. Leave a comment about which warning sign surprised you most. Remember, gambling should be entertainment, not financial devastation. Armed with this knowledge, you can now recognize machines specifically designed to drain your wallet faster than others. Stay informed, stay careful, and never forget that some machines have a much bigger edge than others according to everything we've learned from these insider revelations. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video where we'll reveal even more casino secrets they don't want you to know.